All right, we are getting the super late, but that's okay because the first game starts stupid early. And what wouldn't it be without me doing things dumb and ass backwards as usual? But we're gonna dive into this week's games. First things first, let's address the oh my goodness, the situation with the Dallas Cowboys. Breland. Check on your people. I know that I put some stuff on all of my socials that needed to be said. Michael Parsons' comments on the games, more or less just like checking on your people. I will double down and triple down on that. I do that in my Clarity podcast. A couple of things I did earlier this year that needed to be said, statements wise. Check on your people. For what came out recently, it was true about him basically calling his girlfriend and saying that this is it in those scenarios. It's absolutely heartbreaking in general. The whole story is tragic, but please check on your strong friends. Derek Minor reference. If you don't know who that is, look it up. But it is absolutely tragic, the amount of players that have passed away recently at young ages, under the age of 40, right around the age of 40. Even more tragic that this is the decision that ended up happening for him. I hate to see it that way. And hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, this will convince someone to ask for help, to seek help. In the situation. If you feel that way, reach out to someone. Me included. Reach out on my YouTube, my TikTok, my Facebook, my Instagram, whatever. Just reach out because that needs to happen. So anyway, yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, not to start on a somber note, but let's dive into these games this week. We do have a kind of a weaker slate of games, in my opinion, but I got some nice props and stuff I want to go over with y'all. First games first, Falcons and the Colts. That game is early, 8:30. Overseas game. I'm taking the Colts and the Colts minus 6.5 in this game. Honestly, they're even with the loss against the Steelers, they're going to look to rebound. A lot of people I heard were taking the Falcons in this game. I'm sticking with the Colts and the Colts minus 6.5. I'm not buying that the Falcons team is that good. I am buying that the Colts team will bounce back from a devastating loss to the Steelers. I just don't see where they aren't as good as they've played so far. I've heard some people say that they're not buying into their hype, and that's fine. But I kind of am. So I'm going to ride with the Colts in that game. I'm taking the Ravens and the Ravens minus 4 against the Vikings. Lamar Jackson is back. Vikings' pass defense is not great. Overall, they have not been phenomenal this year at all. Lamar Jackson coming back, I think he's going to look to put the ball in the air. With that, I'm taking an offensive prop is going to be Lamar Jackson 3+ touchdowns. I'm taking that. I took that actually as my prop for the week, offensive prop for the week. I just think that he's going to come back again in this week and make a statement against Minnesota. And I think it's going to divulge into likely a shootout with Lamar Jackson through the air. Bills and Dolphins, I'm taking the Bills and the Bills minus 9.5. Quite frankly, I don't think the Dolphins pose a threat in any way, shape, or form in this game. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Tua taken off the field at some point in the near future. Browns and Jets in what is quite possibly the worst game of the week. I'm taking the Browns, but I'm taking the Jets +2. This game is literally a crapshoot, could go either way, and honestly, I would just avoid like the plague. Jaguars, I'm taking the Jaguars and Jaguars minus the half. Yeah, I expect them to win the game. Texans are starting Davis Mills. who has been a serviceable quarterback at one time. But I think Trevor Lawrence will lead this Jaguars team to a victory against division rival Houston. Patriots and Bucks, probably one of the toughest matchups of the week to choose. I'm taking the Bucks. I'm taking the Patriots plus 2.5. This is purely just, I don't know. Patriots are one of the hotter teams in the AFC. Buccaneers are one of the better teams in the NFC. This is kind of a matchup clash of two very good teams. It's very hard to get a read on for me, in my personal opinion. But I will take the Bucks at home, but the Patriots to keep it close. Saints and Panthers. So the Panthers is actually going to be my pick of the week. Panthers -5. I ended up getting them at 5.5. Not a huge fan of that, but I'll take what I can get. I do like the Panthers -5 in this game against the Saints, even in a divisional matchup. Anything under 5.5, I typically tend to go with the favorite. Anything with 5.5 or more, I'll tend to go with the underdog in a divisional matchup. But I think the Panthers are going to be my game of the week. I see them beating up on a Saints team and Tyler Shook, who is now, really kind of getting started with everything. I have no faith in him right now, personally. Not just right now, total, overall. Anyway, Panthers in this game. Panthers -5.5. Game pick of the week. Chicago Bears and Bears -4.5 against the Giants. Bears have been playing better football lately. Do I think that the Giants can get after Caleb Williams? I do. Do I think can they keep up with Caleb Williams? I'm not certain. I'm still not a Caleb Williams fan. I won't be. But I'm taking the Bears and Bears -4.5 in this game. Cardinals at Seahawks. I'm taking the Seahawks. I'm taking the Cardinals plus the 6.5. Divisional matchup again. Anything over 5.5, I'm going to take the. Chances are I'm going to take the plus points in the spread, but I will take the Seahawks to win this game. The way that Darnold and Jacoby Brissett are playing lately, this actually should line up to be a pretty damn good game. Lions at Commanders. I'm taking the Lions and Lions -8. Zero faith in the Commanders and Marcus Mariota. That's pretty much exactly what that's based on. Rams and Niners. I'm taking the Rams and the Rams -5.5. It is a divisional matchup. Typically, I would. It's right on that line of whether I could go either way. Probably should lead on the home team, especially with the home dog. But the way that the Rams are playing and with Puka Nacua coming back, I like their chances to come in there and actually just smash the Niners. Steelers at Chargers. Again, another one of those tough matchups. I like the Sunday night matchup, though. Steelers and Chargers. I think it's a very evenly matched game. I'm taking the Steelers and Steelers plus the 3. I think that Rodgers and company is going to come out there and actually win this game. The Chargers have not shown the ability to close games, and honestly, really not just win, feels like, at all. So I will say that I like the Steelers in this game and the plus 3. I think with their high-powered offense, that they'll be able to put some points on the board against the Chargers. And I'm taking an Alonzo Highsmith sack in this game. And by taking, I mean I have an Alonzo Highsmith sack. I see him getting after Justin Herbert, especially with both those tackles out. Then putting some moves on him to get that sack. And then Packers and Eagles. I'm taking the Packers, of course. The Packers -1.5 at home, even against the defending champions and former player Jair Alexander. I do like Green Bay in this game to play up to their competition, kind of like how they play down to their competition in certain games, like, I don't know, against Carolina when they lost. But I think Green Bay will play up to their competition there in this game, and I think they'll steal a victory away from the Eagles. I think this is a good week for that. So that's what I'm going to go with. So again, I've got Panthers -5.5, Lamar Jackson 3+ passing touchdowns, and Alonzo Highsmith sack in this week. We'll come back and check it a couple of days and see how I did. Hopefully, good news. Excuse me for all that. But on that note, I'm about to get out. As hopefully y'all enjoy my new background, which will probably fluctuate and change. Parts, probably not the stuff on the wall, but some of the stuff down below. All the stuff up here. On that note, y'all have a good day. Let's win some money together. We'll see y'all later.